Good morning. Welcome to the Afrolatina show. I am your host, Alicia Anabel Santos, La Diosa Dominicana. We are on episode 30. I'm so excited. We reached episode 30. I have been working, I have been creating, I have been manifesting dreams, and I have found myself incredibly inspired and filled with energy. And at the same time, I've been noticing in my spiritual practice, in my morning pages, that there's some resistance. And so that's something on my mind that I want to talk about, this idea of resistance and the spaces that I kind of support and the resistance that's coming from that group and how it affects us. What I want to open with is that I had an amazing conversation with my daughter last night. We went to dinner. She met me at my writer's workshop, and we went to our favorite African spot and had a bottle of wine and shared a plate of food. And we were just catching up, and we were talking about difficult conversations, and conversations that are really hard to have, and the ending of some relationships. And I had mentioned that I had reached out to someone who had not reached back to me, and I was just checking in to see how someone in my life was feeling after we've kind of had a sort of a disconnect, sort of a breakup. You know, when you break up with your girlfriends, with your, with your BFFs, with the people that are, in your circle, those moments can be really hard, and you feel like, they're moments of mourning, right? They're losses, they're significant losses. And when I told my daughter that this person never responded or acknowledged my reaching out, she said, "Mom, may that be the last time that you reach out." That was A. And B, some things are just not for you. It's just not for you. Like I look at her sometimes and I hear the words that come out of her mouth, and I'm just so impressed by how connected she is to spirit, and how wise she is. It's just not for you. And then she just went on this rant about things that are just not for you and people that are just not for you, and how we are constantly trying to make this thing fit, and we stay in relationships that are just not for us. We take shit from people that are just not for us. And so what would happen if we recognized and acknowledged that this is just not for me, there's something else better, and we let that go? That's incredible. That's incredibly powerful and empowering, to be like, you know what? Oh, you don't want to fuck with me? That's cool. It's just not for me. Like, to really be able to process it in that way and let go of ego and let go of doubt and let go of the stories that we're telling ourselves around, is it my fault, or they don't love me? What if it's just not for us? And when we let go of that thing and we stop putting pressure on making this thing fit us, that something greater is on its way to us, that's pretty amazing. It's just not for you. One of the things I'm noticing in my writer's workshop is that as the weeks go on, the self-doubt is getting a lot more powerful in the group. I can taste the resistance and the pull away from owning your craft, trusting your process, and believing in yourself, knowing that you deserve this. And so it was interesting to kind of see where some people are in the process and the people who want to run. It's really interesting when we're getting closer to something that we want, that our old story will show its ugly fucking head, and make us question every single thing that we're doing. That's what this resistance looks like, right? You know, you're in your flow, you're doing it, and then you have a moment of self-doubt. You're writing something, you're creating something, and you feel like, yo, why am I doing this? I'm not good enough. Like you could be in a moment that's so dope, and in that moment, at the same time, be questioning your purpose. What if we pushed past that resistance, right? And kept drilling for that fucking oil anyway? What if we felt the resistance and fucking pushed back, pushed it away? I'm having a hard time in my morning practice, my morning pages with trying to find the words that I want to say, right? You know, I want to come to my morning process of creating this vlog and sharing and co-creating with folks who are listening and stopping by and looking for some, you know, something positive, something affirming. And I find that even in my writing, sometimes when I'm, you know, journaling in the morning, my pen stops and the words freeze. And the words that I'm saying to myself in my head are, you know, things that are not affirming, things that are incredibly negative. You know, sometimes I could be journaling or meditating and I'm thinking about my to-do list, calls I need to make, obligations, and I'm not staying present. Like really staying present and staying with the words that are coming out. And so when the resistance rises for me, I now address it. I now acknowledge it. And in the moment I'm seeing, all right, all this shit that I'm telling myself that wants to stop me from continuing on this journey, this beautiful, creative journey that I'm on, I have to challenge it because I'm not going to have it yet again stop me and prevent me from realizing the dreams and the goals that I have for myself. And so, yeah, that's my 2 cents on resistance. And, you know, getting back to things that are not for us, it's directly, for me, correlated to this resistance that we're experiencing at the same time. Because as we push back on this resistance and we move forward, the changes are great. The changes are significant. And more and more, we start to identify the things that are not for us. And here's what's not for me. What's not for me is being around people who do not believe in themselves. That does not feed me. I understand that there are people who do not believe in themselves. I am one of those people who have struggled with not believing in herself. But it doesn't serve me to be around that energy when I'm trying to create and elevate and get to the next place in my life. And so I need to always be thinking about who it is that I'm surrounding myself with and letting go of the things that are just not for me. It's not for me to be in writing spaces that drain the life force out of me. It's not for me. It's not for me to be around people who are bullshitting, who are talking about achieving dreams, but they are not taking any of the steps. That's not for me. It's not for me to, you know, have maintained friendships that don't feel good, that are toxic, that are constantly draining. That's not for me. It's not for me to work for a job where I feel belittled and demeaned. It's not for me. And there's no amount of money that's going to make me feel like this is for me, like it's worth it. I am absolutely of the mindset that I want to feel good. Even though we are living in a political climate that shit just doesn't feel good right now, there are a lot of things in the media that just do not feel good right now. But the things that I can control are who is for me. and who I will allow to be around me. And that's just not going to be happy times for a lot of people who will miss me and not understand why I don't want to see them or am not reaching out for them. You're just not for me. You're just not for me. And I am done with being in spaces that are not for me. And so with that, let's close and let's have our meditation. Happy Monday, yo. Happy Monday. I know we're starting our week off with some really hard questions, right? And so in our meditation, get comfortable. Let's travel on that path. Let's put our hands where we need them. Let's take some deep breaths. And let's just start listing all of the things that we have going on in our life right now that we know are not for us. And I'm not asking you to make a decision today. I'm not asking you to walk out from that job today. Just list, what are the things that are not for me? Those first things that come to your mind, don't push them out, because that is true. That is real. What's not for you? People, places, things, experiences. I want you to list them all. It's kind of in your head. This person and this person and this person and this person. And you're thinking about the things that they are bringing or not bringing to your life. How are they adding value to your life? Are they nurturing you, or are they pulling you down? Are they lifting you, or are they constantly calling just to bitch and moan about how shitty their life is and dropping all their drama on you, and then they keep it moving? Those people. And now I want you to think about the things that you know are for you, right? So now we've listed all the things that are just not good for us and maybe are being removed from our lives for the things that we actually do want. What are the things that are for us? Think about your life, your spirit, your energy, eating well, positive people, people who are vibrating higher. Think about the things that you need, things that are for you, and the things that you want to attract and the things that you want to have. Make that list. And when you're ready, we'll come out of our meditation and we will affirm the things that we need. I need to be surrounded by powerful motherfuckers, for real. I need to be surrounded by people who are rising and rising and rising and rising and serving as a guide for me for the levels and places that I want to rise at. I want to be surrounded by people who want spiritual health for themselves and for others. I need to be surrounded by folks who are healers, who can teach me some things and give me some gifts that help to heal me. This exchange, this healer, empath exchange. I need to be surrounded by that. I need to be surrounded by beauty and love and tranquility. I need a lot of clarity. I need a lot of peace. I need to be around good people, people who are fun, people who are just good. And so state what you need and say it out loud. Say it out loud. Write it down. Say it out loud. I need for you not to call me with all your bullshit. I need for you to not leave all your drama at my doorstep. I need for you to ask me how I'm doing. I need for you to tell me that you love me. I need for you to tell me, yo, that writing that you're doing is the shit. I need for you to tell me, I believe in you. I see you. You got this. Right? Do you see? Can you feel what that feels like? Now let's set an intention for the day. My intention for today is to have fun. Today I want to have fun. I want to laugh. I want to be present. Today my intention is to be present. Have a beautiful day. Peace.